Today I have a very exciting video for you guys. OM System was kind enough to send me the brand new camera, the OM-5 Mark II. The OM-5 Mark II is a compact, lightweight crop sensor camera. It has a 20 megapixel sensor with on-chip phase detection autofocus. It also has 5-axis image stabilization, meaning you'll be able to get steady shots even at slower shutter speeds. So now we have a basic overview of the OM-5 Mark II. Let's actually dive into some of my favorite features and what makes this camera actually stand out. This camera has 5 different computational photography modes. Those 5 modes are high res, live ND, focus stacking, HDR, and multiple exposure. These 5 computational photography modes can allow you to unlock a new level of creativity when you're out shooting. So with that being said, let's dive into each one of these modes so I can show you what they actually do. Let's start with the high res feature. Shooting photos in the high res mode allows you to capture photos with higher megapixels. Shooting photos in high res handheld allows you to shoot photos with 50 megapixels, and you can shoot 80 pixels on a tripod. Here's an example of the 50 megapixel handheld and the 80 megapixel on a tripod. As you can see, the detail I can retain in high res mode is absolutely insane. I can crop my single raw photo into an infinite number of different compositions. Next up, we have the live ND mode. As the name might sound, the OM-5 Mark II has internal ND filters. The filters start at 2 stops, then go to 4 stops, 8 stops, and 16 stops. This will be an absolute game changer when it comes to shooting long exposures and video. The fact that you don't have to actually screw on an ND filter is a massive plus for me. As you guys can see, it's broad daylight out here, and I want to take a long exposure of this creek here lined up with the mountain. Now typically I'd have to screw on my ND filter, mess around with my settings and all that, but with the OM-5 Mark II, I can just go to live ND mode and I'm good to go. As you guys can see, the internal ND filter works like a charm and allows me to shoot a long exposure of this creek while the sun's still up. Next up, we have focus stacking. As the name might sound, this stacks your focus throughout your image, making sure everything is sharp. This mode captures and merges up to 8 photos, all in camera. The composite is saved as a JPEG and all of the individual files are saved as RAW. This photo is without focus stacking, and this image is with focus stacking. And now we have HDR mode. The HDR mode combines multiple photos taken within the camera into one single photo with an extremely wide dynamic range. This will be a great feature to use when I'm shooting in extremely harsh light like I am right now. Here's an example. As you can see, it creates a nice balanced light throughout my entire image. Last but not least, we have the multiple exposure mode. As the name sounds, this allows you to capture 2 different frames in the camera and it blends them together into one single composite image. As someone who's never been able to do this in camera before, I'm really excited to use this feature and get creative with it. Here's an example of the multiple exposure mode. As you guys can see, the OM-5 Mark II is absolutely loaded with different features for different situations. Another thing I absolutely love about this camera is the IP53 weather sealing. That allows this camera to be splash, dust, and freeze-proof. With that in mind, I know I'll be able to push myself and the camera regardless of the weather. So with all that in mind, I am insanely impressed with this camera. Not only is this camera compact and lightweight, but it's packed with insane features that will allow me to push myself creatively when I'm out in the field. With its size and weight, I can see myself picking this camera over any other camera I own, if I'm doing a longer day hike, backpacking, or really any time I'm going out to shoot photos. So with all that being said, I want to hear what you guys think about the OM-5 Mark II down in the comments. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.